Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man. So Keith Thurman, we all know, basically called out it was a bluff Terrence Crawford and said that, Crawford signed the contract. He ready for November. But just a week ago, and I don't know when he did the interview with Brian Custer. Custer has not released a full interview yet. I don't know what he waiting on. But, but a week ago, he did an interview, and I put this dude interview link in the description. Y'all go check out the channel. It's a big channel. A-Hat. I think that's what it's called, but it's A-H-A-T. And he had Keith Thurman on, okay? So Keith Thurman did a lot of things. He talked about Spence, talked about a lot of stuff. Good interview, right? But one of the things he talked about is that he was looking at a December, January date, but he basically said he coming back in January. There's no date locked in or none of that nature. So he coming back in January. He said he might fight once. He might fight twice. He might try to fight 3 times. We know that's not true. His body can't even hold up fighting 1 time a year. And he says that he heard that Kell Brook been calling his name and Kell Brook is a possibility. Now, people saying that, why is this a big deal? He didn't commit to Kell Brook. From what I understand is, Kell Brook is no longer an option for Terrence Crawford. So that's where it gets interesting at. So unless Kell Brook's going to go ahead and fight Liam Smith on Sky or The Zone or however they're doing it, there's no opponent. Kell Brook is no longer in talks with Terrence Crawford. So if Crawford is no longer in talks with Kell Brook, then, you're looking at what I heard. It was supposed to be Kell Brook. Ray Robinson came in late. He talking a lot of noise. He was the last dude to beat Crawford in the amateurs. Crawford said it was a robbery. He said his team got the tape. Who cares? Shit happened like 20 years ago. I'm saying that jokingly. But then we have Teixeira is also an option and Pacquiao is an option. Now, for Crawford, obviously it looked bad when Bo Mack came out and said they're not interested in fighting Keith Thurman. It didn't look bad. It only looks bad as he turned around and fight a Ray Robinson. Now, if he turned around and fight Manny Pacquiao, or he fights a Patrick Teixeira for a belt in the fourth weight division, then we all can understand that. But if he turns around and says, "Oh, I don't want to fight Keith Thurman and fight Ray Robinson," it looks bad, right? So it's best for Bo Mack just not to say much. But maybe they confident they getting Manny Pacquiao. I heard they offered Pacquiao a really nice purse. Bob Arum did, and maybe that's what they're going to do in November. But I have a hard time seeing Pacquiao and Crawford fighting in a bubble. It's, somebody was talking to, Ellie was talking to Robert Garcia yesterday. He had reacted to his fighter Jackson Marinas losing. He wasn't in attendance because of COVID. And Ellie asked him, he said, man, I talked to Freddie Roach, and Freddie Roach said Pacquiao and Crawford are the 2 names. Crawford and Mikey are the 2 names for Pacquiao. So right now, Mikey basically saying that he ain't taking the fight without fans. That's what I heard. Unless they come up with more money. He made $7 million fighting Jesse Vargas. So maybe Crawford do got the inside scoop on fighting Manny Pacquiao. I understood that Pacquiao last fights was supposed to be this year, but the pandemic messed that up. So I don't believe Pacquiao fought this year. So Pacquiao's supposed to fight twice this year, and it's over with. Now, also, you got Conor McGregor that's supposed to be in there as well, too. But I think they saving him for Floyd Mayweather. All right, so if he, at the end of the day, all you got to do is say, all right, Keith, let's chop the numbers up. You get into negotiations with Keith, and Keith priced himself out, then you like, all right, man, we just couldn't come to an agreement. But people got to understand that Crawford sent Keith a deal. When Keith said he chose Pacquiao, he lost his belt. He sent Sean an opportunity. Sean lost his belt. Then, that was what it was. He said Danny opportunity when even Daddy won the title holder. Danny chose to go do other things. So, at the end of the day, can y'all be mad at Crawford if he don't want to fight leftovers? I mean, you can't be mad, but if he turn around and fight Ray Robinson, it's like, it doesn't look good. But then again, we are in a bubble. We are in a pandemic. Prices, prices are going, purses are dropping. So, if he got to do what he got to do, so be it. You know what I'm saying? This is the only stain they can get on this resume. And we already knew Keith Thurman was not going to fight this dude, in the bubble. We knew it. Last time he was with Ray Flores, and he was like, it's in the contract, but I just might sign it. So Ray was like, you sign the contract? I think about it. I ponder on it. I will play on it. You know what? I don't even want to fight. So at the end of the day, Bomac just got caught up in his emotions, and he fired back, which was stupid. Now he making Crawford look bad. We all know Keith Thurman wasn't gonna fight for no short money Terrence Crawford. He wouldn't even fight Earl for great money. So, but if he let's get back on code. If he turns around and fight Kell Brook in January, so be it. Either one of them was gonna beat Kell Brook ass. Keith Thurman or Terrence Crawford. Who beat him better? It don't even matter. All right. I only think Kell Brook got a slightly better chance of beating Thurman because of injury. That's it. Both got great foot movement, Crawford and Thurman. Crawford is actually taller and longer than Thurman. That's crazy, ain't it? And I think at this point he's the stronger welterweight. They could say he's small and all that shit, but I think factually he's stronger welterweight because he's comfortable making the weight. Keith Thurman came down from 154 pounds. One of his last fights at 54, he got dropped by a dude, Earl Spence, end up, beating afterwards, Brandon Hoskins. But at the same time, Kell Brook can't deal with that slick movement. He can't deal with that perpetual movement. He can't deal with the speed. He can't deal with their movement. That's a problem. If he get them sit in front of him like Earl did, Kell Brook will have a chance. But he can't. At the end of the day, you ask him to come down, a few more pounds with 7 more pounds. Now, him and Keith can fight at 150. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're trying to make it a title eliminator. Him and Keith can fight at a catchweight, and he can be comfortable, but it don't matter. Keith has fought above 154 more times than Kell Brook has, I believe. Keith Thurman got excellent speed, excellent power, excellent movement, excellent IQ. Even if Keith Thurman fought Kell Brook when Errol Spence did, Keith Thurman would have beat Kell Brook in half the time, in my opinion. He would have beat him in half the time. And people say, oh, that's a bold statement. Well, obviously, styles make matchups, and Keith had more experience as a professional. So before niggas getting their feelings, that's the truth. But his style was bad for Kell Brook. Too much movement, too much speed. You know what I'm saying? If he want to box Kell Brook and then stop him down the stretch, he can do it. If you want to stop Kell Brook, instantly he opened himself up to getting stopped, but he can do it. Kell Brook is just in no man's land. You can fight Liam Smith and probably struggle and get beat. You can go up there and give any of the champions who will stop what they're doing and give you a shot. Shearer probably fight Kell Brook, and he probably beat the hell out of Kell Brook at this point. Rosario fight Kell Brook. He beat the hell out of Kell Brook. We know Jamel Charlo gonna put him in a body bag. So, we already know what's gonna happen with that. So, Kell Brook just, trying to make as much money as he can. Obviously, Amir Khan did an interview about, with Behind the Gloves. He was talking to an old girl that be on a Ring TV, her sexy ass. But he was talking about basically how, Kell Brook was the one running from the fight. He said, the fight was supposed to be at 47, and Kell Brook ran up to 54, and, he's basically saying all that. They need to go ahead and fight, get it over with. They indirectly competed with each other for many, many years. One jump up fight Canelo, the other one jump up fight Golovkin. It just made no sense. They could have fought 3 times by now, got the bag, and retired. So, I don't know what Amir Khan planning on doing his comeback fight. He's still chasing Mayweather. He's still chasing Manny. He got beat by Crawford, and he came back, fought Billy Dibb, and in an exhibition fight. So, Kell Brook is it didn't matter. Him and Thurman could have fought 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. They can fight right now, and Thurman is gonna tax that ass. Same thing for Terrence Crawford. He could beat Kell Brook either way, but I have heard that no longer Kell Brook is an option for Crawford. So basically, Brook is probably going to be looking to fight Thurman in January, or he's going to be looking to fight Liam Smith or some shit like that. But when you got when you got Kell Brook on your schedule, you always gotta be aware that Kell Brook can pull out. So that's the thing about it. They're going to have somebody on standby, because Kell Brook is the king of pulling out fights. He pulled out several times with Alexander. That's how Alexander ended up getting beat by Sean Porter. That's how Sean Porter got his belt. Put out a couple times versus Sean Porter himself. You know what I'm saying? They pushed back the the Errol Spence fight because his eye injury with Golovkin. Kell Brook just need to quit. You know what I'm saying? Quit like he did versus Golovkin. You don't want to fight nobody. You wasting Crawford time. You wasting Thurman time. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and quit. If Amir Khan don't want to fight you, just quit. But that's the 411. Appreciate everybody for checking in for the spiel. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? CJ Good 1313. It's the Cash App, PayPal link there. Cash App name in the description if you missed it. But don't forget, you can always reach out to me if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Twitter there, Instagram there, Facebook there, Facebook group there. Doing a panel tonight or sometime today. I don't know. I'm going to do 2 lives, NBA and 1 boxing. So boxing will probably be later in the day. So if you want to hop on around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock-ish Eastern Standard Time, you want to get on the panel, we're going to talk about the Rolly fight. We're going to talk about McCaskills beating Cecilia Brækhus. Yes, Jessica. Yes. Somebody had to do it. Her ducking ass. I know Fanon over there. Oh my God. Him and them old raccoon boys. Him and Blood boxing. Oh, I can't stand Clarissa Shields. Black women never liked me in my life, man. They don't like me, man. When I see Clarissa Shields, I just see the impression of love of black in my life, man. I don't coon ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to hop on tonight, man, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Twitter's the fastest way. Link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos. One time for the one time we go.